Good morning, BBs.
Hello, good morning.
It is too early.
It is.
Welcome to the first, best, and only morning show in existence. I'm Anthony Carboni.
And I'm Saige Ryan.
And I'm a photographer now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I found my calling, Saige.
You know, congratulations. I'm excited for you.
I found my calling, and my calling is photography. I really found a way to express myself through the art form.
Mm-hmm.
Can I show you some of my art?
Please, yeah, of course. Oh!
That's my dog.
That's one very cool medium. Did you do any others?
Those are some trees.
I mean, other than the game...
That's my face.
Like, other than the Game Boy camera?
What do you mean other than the Game Boy camera? I've chosen I'm like Ansel Adams. I'm choosing one camera. I'm choosing the best possible camera.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm using it. Look, I turned...
Ansel Elgort, I'm choosing to just keep my mouth open most of the time.
Now, you may not understand the complicated artistic process I went through for this, but it is, it's art now.
Okay.
Look at that. That's art. I'm making these NFTs.
Everybody, right-click that gradient-colored photo of Dagger while you can. Welcome to the show. Thank you for starting your morning with us. Congratulations, Anthony.
Thank you. It feels good to finally know what my life's work is and what my destiny is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is gonna be. I think this is gonna be good for me. I think this is where it all starts taking off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is it. Okay. Well, it's been really fun having you as a co-host on the show. One day when you're a traveling Game Boy camera photographer, we'll all remember it fondly.
I like the phrase traveling Game Boy camera photographer as though I have like a covered wagon that's painted many colors.
Yeah.
And I'm going from town to town.
Yeah.
I love that.
100%.
That's exactly what's going on. BBs, how was your weekend? I hope everything was good. My weekend was pretty lovely. It's pretty chill. How was yours?
Mine was excellent. I had an entirely Scream-themed weekend. I had 2 full days of Scream-themed activities.
I love that.
Yesterday, I got to sit down because one of my best friends in the world and one of the people who runs this channel with us, Kaylee Bray, had never seen the Scream movies.
Not a single Scream.
Not a single Scream. I think she had seen bits of 2 for some reason.
Huh. 2 was on TV a lot, I want to say.
Probably that.
Yeah.
So we got to sit down and back-to-back watch all 3 Scream movies of the first trilogy before the 2012 reboot. And man, those movies are so fucking good.
They're so good.
They're so good. I'm not going to get into how good they are.
I mean, they're very good.
Because I don't have to. Right.
Yeah.
They're so good.
We know. We all know.
And everybody's seen Scream 1, but if you have not watched 2 or 3 recently, it's totally worth going and watching them. 5 is coming out this week.
You wouldn't think that, like, they'd be able to keep it going as well as they did, but they kept it going pretty well. I don't think I ever saw 4. I think I saw like little bits of 4 on TV. 4 has Patrick Dempsey.
3 has Patrick Dempsey.
3. So I've seen 3.
So 4 I have not seen, personally. We were trying to get to it yesterday and it got too late. Also, Red Hair Crazy in the live studio audience said, does Pixel Circus have any merch? I didn't see anything on Twitter. We do. It is for our show Failed Save right now, in particular, our D&D show from Friday nights. It is on pixelcircus.party/shop if you want to check that out.
And keep watching that space because,
more is coming. Maybe a little it's too early merch. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who could say?
I don't know.
Yeah. So 3 has Patrick Dempsey.
Okay.
And it's very good.
Yeah.
It's very good. I didn't remember how good it is. I had only seen 3 once. When I was like a kid.
Yeah.
So this was really, really interesting.
Yeah, I watched the first one a few times. I mean, it's very, very good. I think 2 and 3 I saw like once. I've
probably seen the first one 50 times.
It's so good.
It's so good.
What a good film. What a good film.
I discovered I want to be a lollipop girl.
Yeah?
Okay, think of the icons of the 90s. Picture Rose McGowan and Scream.
Yes.
What do you see? I see nipples and lollipop.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that was definitely Rose McGowan's thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why Rose McGowan is so angry today.
And that's perfectly fair.
And that is extremely fair. We did that to Rose McGowan. But
Lollipop Girls, Baby Spice,
yeah,
Buffy Summers.
always a little lollipop in their mouth.
I'm just gonna, y'all don't be surprised when you see me and now I'm just that person who just like has a little lollipop all the time. Don't question me.
Now, and here's the thing: this is a seizing of the iconography, because obviously in the 90s or in the Y2K era, your screams, your jawbreakers, your what have yous, your Jennifer's bodies, etc., etc. The lollipop imagery was definitely Lolita male gazy. You're doing it as hello, fellow bis.
Let's go. Let's get gay about it.
Hello, fellow
Hey,
gays. Let's do this.
The gays is taking the lollipop. Meet me there. I'll see you at the meeting. We're doing lollipops now.
Meet me at the lollipop.
Just saying. All right, we do have some actual news, by the way.
Would this work?
I don't know. What are you doing? Are you pouring coffee in your sparkling water?
Yeah.
Anthony, no, you're fucking not.
Yeah. There's a place that I go to that does espresso tonics when the weather gets warm. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if I just did that.
I don't think that you did, because that was also flavored sparkling water.
Hmm.
It was berry flavored sparkling water, my guy.
No, it's fine. It's good.
You lying?
No.
It's good?
Yeah.
Also, I just have to acknowledge the Harry Horror Show in the chat. I don't know what the context of this is, but I did see in our chat as a vasectomy owner, and that's a very funny comment.
As a vasectomy owner, I've invested in vasectomies. As a vasectomy owner.
Good morning.
That's
the one you read. Yeah, that's the one.
Hey,
That
you
shit was
know
funny as
that
hell.
you know that your co-host is officially bi when you go to put your cup down and you can't because there are other cups in the way everywhere. What are all these cups?
My drinks.
No, my drinks.
They're my drinks.
I need all my drinks.
Okay, let's get into some actual news.
Yeah.
I promise we're a news show.
Can we start with a happy good announcement?
I would love to.
Let's start with the happy good announcement.
Yeah. We got a bunch of good.
We've been talking a lot over the last week about Finji Games, the publisher, how, you know, in a world where publishers are trying to kind of take advantage of and crunch their developers.
Mm-hmm.
Finji is a small publisher that is trying to make a healthy and livable life for their developers. They made Chicory, they made Night in the Woods, or they published them. And one of the games that we have been waiting for, that's a Finji game, is that good Fox Zelda.
Yeah.
Tunic. Tunic has been in development for a very long time. And, oh baby, we got a release date. March 16th, we can be the good fox in his good tunic.
Yeah, this looks great.
Is this the first time we've seen that whip?
Yeah.
Because I love it.
I also love it. I think that's such a fun take on it. I think this is the thing that, I think it's a defining characteristic that takes it from being Fox Zelda.
Yeah.
And which is important.
It's very important. Yeah, because, I mean, so far it's like Fox dresses like a Zelda man.
Yeah.
And have a sword.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's got that soulsy, you know, it's got all those things.
Style, yeah.
But the more of their own unique things that they add, I mean, it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, that's very exciting. And hey, this is your reminder. Get excited about the games, but remember to actually show up and support the games that are doing healthy and good things.
Mm-hmm. Solo developer on Tunic.
Because I know most of you are probably like me, where you want to play a game and you go, fuck, what's a game?
What is a game?
God, what's a game? I don't remember any games right now. As soon as I want to play a game, I don't know a single game. Obviously, this isn't out until March, so you have a bit of time. You know, get through your backlog.
Get through your backlog.
Get ready for Tunic.
Get ready, everybody.
It's very exciting. Also, we had some potentially exciting info come out about Elden Ring.
Ooh, baby.
Who's looking forward to Elden Ring?
Like no one.
Like nobody, right?
Like nobody's looking forward to
A secret
Elden.
little game you might have heard of called Elden Ring. Had some leaks over the weekend. Let me pull both of them up here.
There was a network test recently for Elden Ring, and during that network test, you could only select pre-made characters. There were like 5 pre-made characters to pick from. Except we do seem to have a little footage, a little leaksy of the character creator.
Hello? Please be quiet.
It looks like From Software definitely has a better handle on human anatomy than they've ever had, which is good.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
So in this leak, as you can see, all of the options are completely blanked out. That information is not filled in yet, but most of them that you scroll through do change something on the body. There are some that don't because it's obviously unfinished.
He's smooth. He's a Ken doll. My character's name is Kendall.
Yeah. But I think the character design looks really good.
Yeah, they aren't misshapen.
Yeah.
Like, is it a From Software game if they aren't horribly misshapen? They're still a little elongated.
Well, there you go. Hold on.
I mean, you can make them. I mean, yes. Clearly.
Honestly, that's everything I want.
I hope that's finished. Yeah. You know what I mean? And with From Software, it could be.
But like scrolling through these, it would seem to be like kind of pre-made models that you can then go in and adjust. There is a good range of variety, it seemed like.
Yeah. I mean, look, the character creator in From Software games and the Souls games has never lacked for options.
I love this. Look.
I mean, they're, you know, they've always had like a bunch of weird broken stuff you can do.
Yeah.
The problem is like
it's like Monster Factory is proven.
Yeah. The problem is like once you got into those games, like you couldn't really ever see much of your character. Whereas like with Elden Ring, it really seems like they're going all in. Like
I love that hair. Give us a little Farquaad hair, yes.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, I really like this. Also, a lot of forehead options.
So many forehead options, and that's not even all of them. I mean, like, you're going to be able to go down into those sliders.
Yeah, and those sliders are really also detailed in even hair color.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging this a lot.
Oh, I mean, look, we can assume that it's going to have all the stuff that the Souls games have. You're going to be able to do the bridge of the nose. You're going to be able to do the nostrils. You're going to be able to do, you know what I mean? Like, how high are the cheeks? How wide are the cheeks? How, you know, it's going to be... It's going to be good. I expect to see some disgusting, malformed children to love the moment Elden Ring comes out.
I expect this to be the return of Monster Factory.
Mm-hmm. If they don't come back for this, don't bother coming home at all.
So, yeah, you can't see any of the options in there. It is still broken at the moment, but that's pretty cool. I got me a little excited. I take the little crumbs where I can get them.
Yeah. I'm super stoked for Elden Ring. Something else that happened, Elden Ring related, but sort of not Elden Ring related. A user on Reset Era said that he received a survey from Software that apparently asked like a bunch of, I guess he was part of the network test, asked a bunch of questions about how they feel about the games or what you would like from Software in the future. And baby, it looks like we're getting Armored Core 6. Ooh. It's been a while. But it's coming. It's coming, and it seems like Miyazaki is going to be helming it himself. That's a big deal.
That's very interesting. How long has it been, Anthony?
God, since Armored Core 5? Shoot. A while. Because Armored Core 5 was, PlayStation 3.
An Xbox 360.
So it was 2012. 2012 was the last time we got an Armored Core.
Years.
Oh, man. You ever played an Armored Core?
I haven't, but I'm familiar with them.
Fuck. I love a good mech game.
Yeah.
I love a mech game. But it's got to be a good mech game. I don't like any of those like those mech warriors or those American style mech games where you're a big slow mech and you're like looking at your fuel gauge the whole time. I want those good mech games. And Armored Core is a good mech game.
Producer Dagger's just doing some work in the background.
Producer Dagger's working on the set. Go ahead. How we doing, bud?
He's very aware that we're perceiving him all of a sudden.
He says, doing great. I'm
That's
excited.
a very exciting accidental leak.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And it does look like, as an update, some screenshots have been released.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Sorry, I'm very good at computers, and sometimes I'm
That's
just
okay.
too good at computers, and it gets in the way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm just too good at computers.
These ones?
Yeah.
Oh, this?
Yeah,
Oh,
there
you
we
mean
go.
this?
From Software's unique and deep sci-fi worldview and multi-layered story set on the planet Bashtar, a sci-fi world devastated by a planet-wide disaster with an overwhelming sense of scale that only Mecha can provide. Woo! Woo! Feel the tension in long and short-range battles, three-dimensional dynamic action. Three-dimensional action in a video game? It's a good thing I wasn't taking a sip of my coffee. I would have spit it everywhere.
3 of them?
Which 3 do you think it is?
That's an excellent question. Actually, very important. Could you specify?
And then a high degree of freedom and customization. Obviously, a big thing about a mech game is you want to make your own mech. And you're going to be able to do it, baby. I love Armored Core.
That's very exciting.
A melange.
Yeah.
A melange.
They call the important research melange.
Melange.
Yeah, man.
God, I love it.
That's very exciting. Look,
Decades later, the melange reaction.
you know, I always feel mixed about video game leaks. They do just make me happy. I don't want to take anything away from the people that are working so hard on these games.
No.
But they do make me very happy. I think the difference...
A little leak ain't bad.
Got a little schmitz in your beard. I got you.
A little leak isn't bad.
Here's my thought. Yeah. I think the difference between like a movie leak
Mm-hmm.
is all you're going to do is watch it. If you know the thing, that's it.
Mm.
If I know the character creator, it's not like I've played the game now. You know?
And we haven't even seen the depths of the character creator.
Exactly. But even if I saw the full character creator, I'm not going to be like, well, that's enough for me.
No, thank
Whoa,
you.
spoilers.
I am full.
Well, spoilers. I can adjust the nose.
But you know, with Armor, and this is the other thing with Armored Core, the fact that, hey, we're working on an Armored Core, here's what it's about. Great.
Yeah.
Great. That's all
Yeah.
I want.
That's awesome.
I know we robbed some marketing or PR person of their big announcement, but you know, you gotta work together with the people who make the surveys and make sure that shit doesn't happen before you're ready. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, that one's an internal thing.
You know?
That's fair.
Yeah. And, you know, this is the other thing. Somebody, Blade of Creation in the live studio audience is like, the only thing with leaks is I feel bad for the devs whose art isn't ready to be shown. And that's true.
Mhm.
Sometimes a game being shown too early can really take the wind out of the sails, you know?
I agree.
But this is just a paragraph
We
about
love a paragraph.
about how the mechs are fighting for melange.
Paragraph.
Give me the melange.
Oh,
They're
give
fighting
me
for
the
potpourri. On the planet Bashtar, they need potpourri.
Oh, how lovely.
And they have to go in, the mechs have to fight over the potpourri mines.
Okay, you're in big mech suits.
Yeah.
Fighting for little smellies.
Fighting for sachets. Sachets of melange.
Love that game, making a robot with loads of boosters and 2 beam sabers. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's the great thing about Armored Core is like you want a speedy mech that gets in close, slices them up. You can do that. You want a big heavy boy that can float.
Tank!
Yeah, you want a tank with some missiles.
Yes, I want a tank.
I love it.
I always want a tank.
So very excited for Armored Core. Also, you know, I'm very excited for From Software for being able to get out of the Souls mines for a few years.
Yeah.
It's
and
always
get into the potpourri mines.
and get into the potpourri mines and get
I
that
understand.
melange. I think when a studio has to work on the same type of game or the same series for too long, it's only natural that things become more and more about optimization and things like that, and it begins to be a little bit more of a creative slog, even if they love doing it. And so it's nice that they get to take a little break and do something with a little bit of a different aesthetic for a while. However, you still owe me a 60 FPS patch for Bloodborne on the PS5, so get back in those minds.
Anthony.
Yes.
How do you feel about Half-Life?
Feel good about Half-Life.
Feel pretty good about it? Do you
Feel
think it could be
pretty
better?
You know, no, I think Half-Life was the best it could ever be, and that's why it's important that they stopped where they were. We had gotten everything we had wanted out of Half-Life, and so it's important that they stopped right where they were.
Okay.
And we should never have another Half-Life again.
Interesting. Okay. The community feels differently.
Okay.
The community feels like improvements can be made.
Mm-hmm.
So naturally that can be done through mods.
Yeah. You know, Black Mesa started off as a mod.
Right.
And it's a great version of Half-Life.
This mod is called Year of the Dragon.
It's your boy! Saige, it's your boy! Saige loves Spyro.
I need you to understand that as a child, Spyro was one of my favorite games.
Saige?
I did truly love Spyro.
Hey,
once.
man. I loved eating
port was
paste.
bad.
Kids aren't smart.
The port was bad. That was the issue.
I mean, this is who we need. This is the hero that we need. This is the hero that will save us all.
I really do love this.
It's amazing.
Oh, Saige's best viewed stream games. Look, for those without context, the only game I have ever rage quit on Twitch is the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
That trilogy, that was poorly made.
It was, look, the controls were not mapped well for an Xbox. It didn't make any sense.
There was some
Bad.
real lag on it too, which made no sense.
Yes, it was not good.
And it had that thing that the Crash trilogy had when they first released it, which was the collision was all off. I don't know why. When these platformers are updated and re-released, collision is like, there are two things you need in a platformer: jumping and collision.
Uh-huh.
And I don't understand how they fuck collision so badly on these platformer updates. But yes, so the Spyro trilogy had that. We may be putting together your Retroid tonight, and if we put together your Retroid, you're going to have all the Spyro GBA games, which I know you love.
I do love those so much.
Oh my gosh, which reminds me, let's go to this real quick,
Okay.
because this morning,
Yeah.
before I left, I watched Awesome Games Done Quick 2022. It's happening right now.
Yes. Our very own technical director and mod here, Calmer, is over there fucking 24 hours a day modding.
Oh, good for, yeah, Calmer's
working
great.
his ass off.
Calmer's great.
So feel free to go and say hi to Calmer in the Awesome Games Done Quick chat.
An asset to an already great community.
Yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, and wish him a happy birthday. He'll love that. He loves when attention is brought to him. He loves being spoken to directly. Attention does not make him feel strange at all.
Look, he gave me permission. He gave the community permission to come and say hi.
Awesome Games Done Quick, of course, has grown into the largest fundraising effort, I think, in video games, raising millions of dollars every quarter by highlighting the best speed runs. And this morning, I caught them at the end of what they were calling the cute block as I was getting ready,
Ooh.
and I watched somebody speed run one of those GBA Spyro games.
Oh, fun!
Yeah, did it in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
There's some great stuff. They put up their full schedule. They have been going since yesterday. Antechamber last night I watched, which is a fun one to watch somebody speed run. I watched a little bit of the Bust-A-Move as I was falling asleep.
Nice.
I missed Beyond Oasis and Gunstar Heroes, but I'm going to go back and watch those for sure. Those are two of my favorite games. Kirby's Dream Land, Spyro Attack of the Rhinox is the one I caught the end of.
Nice. I have dropped the link to the schedule in the chat if you want to go, or I'm sorry, not in the chat, in the Discord, in the It's Too Early channel if you want to go and check that out.
Yeah, coming up a little later today, Psychonauts 2, that's fun. especially because it's so new. I love watching somebody speedrun something new. Banana Mania they just added as a bonus game. Ori and the
Blind Forest.
Yeah, Super Mario Galaxy. I mean, we got a lot of good stuff. Good stuff. Willow for the NES, baby.
That's on tomorrow's schedule. Well, that's like late tonight.
Yeah, that's late tonight. I'm gonna catch the VOD of that one. Nier Automata.
Hell yeah.
Ratchet and Clank.
Returnal.
Returnal. Come on, fresh file any % in an hour and 6 minutes.
Whoo!
Dang.
Whoo!
I can't wait to watch that and feel bad about myself.
Woo!
So go watch Awesome Games Done Quick. They have been doing a great job this year as well, curating and putting together past content on their YouTube channel. Like, I don't know if you've seen recently, but they have like videos that are like games by theme and like shorter games, and they've been doing like a lot of like great moments and things like that as shorter clips. It's been really awesome to watch it all come together.
That's fantastic.
And it's so fun to just watch a speed run, especially one that's like real glitch heavy. It's just kind of amazing to see.
Yeah. So hey, check out Awesome Games Done Quick. Not only is it fun to watch, speedruns are awesome, the players are incredibly talented, it's for a very good cause. So go and help raise some money. That's pretty fun. In other games news, one of the games that was really, really exciting in the last batch of E3 announcements in 2021 was Gloomwood. And we got a little more information from it. We got a video from the devs talking about the game. They did like a little development roundup video and sneak peek of the game. And there we go. Look at that. Dylan Rogers, lead developer, bringing us a little info. Hi, Dylan.
Hi, Dylan. I'm just going to skip your intro if you don't mind, Dylan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's see the game.
Okay, this is a different game than the one I was thinking of. But yes, I remember this one. The one I was thinking of was one that's like ex-Bioshock 2K.
No, this one's the Victorian, like, dark, the weird, like, Victorian dark fantasy game.
Yeah, but the one I'm thinking of is also a Victorian dark fantasy game. You know the one I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's more focused on stealth. It's got some kind of creative and eccentric weapons. And it's supposed to be spooky. It's inspired by horror greats of the 90s and early 2000s, and I definitely see that in it.
Yeah, I love this early Xbox aesthetic.
I really enjoyed that in watching the trailer.
And this sort of like, I don't know. It looks like he's got an ATI Rage card in his PC. You know what I mean? Like a voodoo card.
Yeah. You know, light source is destructible. I enjoyed the ability to interact that much with the environment and actually like affect your level. This just looks really fun.
Yeah, look, can we be real? The only people that are really making games like this these days on a big scale are Arcane.
Mm-hmm.
If we're honest, like this feels very much like inspired by Thief and all of like the classic PC titles.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to see an indie developer doing this, and obviously we love a Victorian aesthetic and we love a retro aesthetic here.
We do. I'm just very excited about it. I think it was a really fucking bold move, and I can't imagine how hard it has been to pitch to be like, I want it to look like it's on an Xbox. Full stop.
I like that. I like that as part of the pitch.
I love it. Genuinely, I'm a huge fan, but I also understand that we're a bit niche.
Yeah, although there are games that are coming out in that aesthetic that do very well.
Yeah.
What was it, like Inkwell? Was one of them. Something Daggers. There was that one that like was basically Hexen. You know, it was like a Quake 2 wizard looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're a game. I mean, they're never bestsellers, but
right.
For indie games, they're pretty big.
I'm pretty excited about this. I'm looking forward to it. I don't think that we have a release date yet. It just says a hopeful release sometime in 2022.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Retro graphics is hot.
It's so, well, you know, we were waiting for development tools for 3D to trickle down enough and be inexpensive enough for people to finally replace pixel art as the go-to for indie games.
That's a very good point.
Because two things were happening. Number one, pixel art was the easiest thing to do.
Yep.
It's still not easy, but
right.
You know, good pixel art is hard. We've said that 1,000 times. but it was the most accessible thing to do for an indie game.
Mhm.
And number two, that was where most of the nostalgia was for a long time. Now it's like, no, people are nostalgic for like the N64. People are nostalgic for like the PS1 and PS2.
Yeah. My
And-
nostalgia goes from N64 to GameCube.
Yeah, exactly. And
Even
so
to the first Xbox.
And so it's nice to see the tools get to the point where like we're seeing a lot of like half the stuff I play on itch that I really love is like those sort of retro homemade PS1 horror games, the
Yeah.
creepypasta games where it's
Love
like
them.
where there's this whole thing on itch if you haven't gone and browsed it, but they do like PS1 horror compilations, and it's a whole genre of this is a forgotten and cursed PS1 game.
Yeah.
And that is my shit right
yeah.
now.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Generally, if you're not on itch, we always recommend it. Itch does those great charity bundles a few times a year that are massive and raise a ton of money. And it's a great place for indie devs.
Some publishers are on itch too, some bigger publishers. Like, for instance, we were talking about Finji earlier. If you want to buy a Finji game, best place to buy it is probably itch. They get the most money from that. Just FYI.
Thank you, Ronan, for dropping that link in the chat. So appreciated.
But on the flip side of a small, independently developed game,
Mhm.
what about a game that cost $400 million and isn't done yet?
So we've dipped into the AAA category, but I gotta be honest, that didn't narrow it down.
Star Citizen.
Oh!
Citizen of the Stars. Why, let me tell you something. Before NFTs were even a gleam in Square Enix's eye, the Star Citizen was selling you $10,000 spaceships to fly nowhere in nothing.
Which, hey, look, if you phrase it to me, hey, do you want a spaceship to fly nowhere into nothing? Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But I'm picturing that in a much more conceptual way than I actually
know.
mean.
Yeah, like that sounds really fun in the year 2022.
Mhm.
Send me into the
I'm
void.
flying it into the void.
Yeah.
Good day.
But it's not what I was looking for from a game.
Now, Star Citizen has been in development for a decade, and there are people that play it. There is apparently something to play now. We actually, somebody at a bar that we go to all the time, I found out one of the people that works there plays Star Citizen and is like a big Star Citizen supporter. And I sat on a quiet night in the bar and asked her
Had
questions
so many questions.
for like an hour and a half. But it is sort of playable now. It's in a playable state. Now, here's the problem. It's still buggy, and bugs happen in strange and interesting ways. There are, in Star Citizen, different areas that are earmarked for different things. So there are combat areas, but then there are non-combat areas. There are flight areas, there are quest areas, things like that. Whether this all gets blended into a melange, or whether these areas stay distinct, I don't know. I don't play Star Citizen. But something interesting has happened in Star Citizen recently. One of these bugs is causing players will follow other players into non-combat areas, right? They're just hanging out. They're
Sure.
going into a non-combat area to talk.
Come to the non-combat area.
Come
I
to
just
the
want to talk.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk. It's a non-combat area. People will go to this non-combat area, and apparently the other players can drug them, knock them out, and take their equipment, a lot of which costs money, real money. Lee Green Griffin posted this in the Discord, and this is wild. So what happened is there's a bug in, like, basically health stims, where if you are in an area where you don't need healing and there's no combat, if you get hit with the health stim, it causes a reaction in your player model that causes you to be knocked out. People are getting roofied in Star Citizen, and it's not even out yet. Yo. That's real-world robbery. Can I tell you something? That's actually the one thing all of these real money games were missing. Real-world robbery.
You know, we've been saying that for a while now here on the show. Every time we invest all of those microtransactional payments into these games, we keep thinking, I'm just not getting robbed enough.
You know what?
I'm feeling robbed by the microtransaction. I'm not feeling robbed enough in-game.
Do you know what's stopping this living, breathing, persistent world with a day and night cycle from feeling truly real? Petty crime.
Yeah.
Petty crime.
I think that might be it.
Caused by the inherent class difference that happens when you make a video game where one person can buy a $10,000 spaceship and another person can't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that people who have the time and ability to take advantage of those need more options for griefing.
I know what it's like to not have money in the real world and be desperate.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go into the metaverse and be desperate.
Anthony, may I introduce you to RuneScape? Let me talk to you about a little game I like to call RuneScape.
Let's check in to the Habbo Hotel.
I will meet you on the Club Penguin.
Now, nobody was getting scammed on Club Pengy. Who was getting scammed on the Pengy?
You couldn't do any trade systems on Club Penguin.
Yeah.
It's true. You were just wasting people's time on Club Penguin. That's all.
You could grief.
But Habbo Hotel, people were getting scammed on Habbo Hotel.
Literal money laundering.
Yeah.
Habbo Hotel had crime families of teenagers.
Habbo Hotel has a mafia.
Yeah. They pay people salaries.
Habbo Hotel has an organized government.
And it's not one that was placed in there by the game developers.
But the mods and the moderators of the game were like, yeah, okay. Sure, we don't have enough people to deal with this. So yeah, govern.
Look, that's what you... Honestly, unless you're a coward, only cowards create a world and then don't let the citizens of that world run it. We live in a world like that right now.
Run by cowards.
Run by cowards. Virtual worlds should not be run by cowards. If we decide that we are going to turn your virtual world into a hellscape for our own amusement, that's our decision. And if we pay you every month to turn it into a hellscape, let us.
That's fair. So Star Citizen could take a couple of notes. Hey, we have some notes. Please do stop with allowing players to drug other players.
Yeah, that's weird. That's creep. That's not just like crime and heists and a weird dark underbelly of a virtual world. That's creepy. Roofing people is creepy. Don't do it. Real or virtual.
Yeah. You know, unfortunately, while we're here, while we're on that exact sentence, we have to talk about Cryptoland.
Cryptoland!
Now, if you weren't here for the Friday show, a quick recap. Cryptoland is an island looking to be purchased by a bunch of crypto bros to set up a little utopia that can only be purchased through cryptocurrency.
Some people were confused. Is this a digital world? Is this a game world? What is this? It's a real island in Fiji.
It's a real island in Fiji that they are looking to develop on and send, and they just push the crypto bros somewhere else.
Now,
we love the idea of the crypto bros all going away to an island. We love the fire festival of living arrangements for a crypto bro.
Now, unfortunately, Fire Festival's best case scenario because this is clearly a scam.
Correct.
A lot of reporters have looked into this. The amount of money they're asking for, the amount of space on the island, who these people are, it's all shady. NFT and crypto? Shady? So weird. But it gets even worse.
It somehow gets even worse. It gets worse than the fact that there will never be any of these developments that people invest in. It gets worse than that weird 3 animated ad they released. No.
Someone on Twitter asked, and just as a goof, asked, "Hey, Cryptoland, what will the age of consent be in Cryptoland?" And Cryptoland said,
there we go.
Mental maturity should be more than enough with the creeper wink. That's the creepy old man wink.
Now, I did a bunch of research last night to make sure that this was legit because all we had was a screenshot. The original thread exists. Cryptoland did remove their part of the tweet, but they also issued a not apology for it, so we can easily confirm that this is real and correct. So, hit me with that apology, Anthony.
Dear Cryptolanders, we have been victims of what seems to be a planned attack.
They started with, "Dear Cryptolanders, we have been victims."
We are the victims here to be a planned attack to harass, vilify, and twist our work. All we said was we fetishize children.
We shared a screenshot of what you did. You just said it, and we just shared it. That's all that was happening.
We condemn all the false information and false accusations being spread about Cryptoland and invite those who are truly interested to make their own research and politely ask us if they want to know anything about this amazing project. Yo, the people in the Discord bending over backwards to, like, truly try to explain this away.
So here's the basic explanation they came to, is that the Cryptoland Twitter account is run by a group of people, and not all of them are native English speakers. So they just didn't understand the question.
Sure.
And that's why you put that creepy wink at the end? They tried to say, "Oh, well, no, we thought you were asking how old someone has to be to come to the island."
Well, and then people in the Discord, these Cryptolanders, these people who are buying into this garbage, were talking about, like, well, age of maturity implies legal age of consent. It's like, no, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does not.
That's not.
Nope.
The number one thing you hear from predators is they're very mature for their age.
Yep.
But they were so mature. So these people were in the Discord trying to defend it. The person who made the original tweet kind of just, like, snuck in multiple times with multiple Discord accounts to talk to them, and was like, "Hey all, glad to be part of this community and take Cryptoland to the moon. One question, is it okay or not to bring my cousin that I'm dating to Cryptoland?"
Fuck, that's not funny. No.
"Hey, Cryptoland, are hookers allowed on the island?" And just to see what people would say.
Yeah.
And the answers were not great.
No, of course, because all of these fucking bros that are in that Discord are going to think that they're serious. They're not going to see that and be like, "Wow, this person's fucking with us." They're going to be like, "Wow, that's a great question."
It's a great question. We need to think about it because we need to libertarian, crypto, free, whatever.
So the genuine defense here in this very fucking creepy and predatory tweet of these people who want to buy an island that has people on it that would live there was...
It took us 30 years to get rid of the last sex island we found.
So if they were like, "Hey, I thought the question was, how old do you have to be to live on Crypto Island," right? Okay. And you asked me that, and I said, "Age of maturity is enough." It doesn't matter what the question was anymore. What I've said is unacceptable. That's creepy.
So creepy.
That's not a proper defense.
Hey everyone, this goes out to all community members. Please do not engage in negative conversations with any of the trolls who enter the Discord. This will not be tolerated as this causes further unnecessary conflict. If you suspect that somebody is spreading fucked up disinformation or negativity, please report it to any member of the team and we will handle it from there. As a community, we support positivity and respect, regardless of what other people throw at us. They threw your own pedophilia at you!
You threw it! We're just here catching it, being like, "Fuck, what is this?" And they're like, "Oh my god, how did you get that?" Oh my god, how did you get that?
Where did you find that? You threw it at me. It came flying at my head. Obviously, there are people now that are losing a little bit of faith in the Cryptoland project.
What?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
It's people are losing a little bit of faith. They're beginning to think maybe this isn't on the up and up.
I don't know how they would. I don't know where they would get that.
Maybe this isn't a good place for good people, and it's not actually going to happen because these people aren't really working towards making it happen. I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Not the crypto bros.
I don't know.
I simply can't believe it. They seem like such an honest bunch. They really seemed like they were operating with kindness first.
Oh, poor Consider-Rattle in the live studio audience says, "Fathers, I've throwed up. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry we had to share this with you.
Yeah.
Your dads didn't want to do this, but
here it is on the Wayback Machine. That tweet still exists.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for internet archiving.
I think it's on the twitter.is too. Like it happened. It's real.
The winky face.
That's not even like a current emoji winky face. That is specifically the pervert winky face. That is specifically the pervert chat room winky face.
Like, come on. You didn't confuse this. This is not a language barrier. This is not a language barrier.
You can't. That's...
Toes have curled 360 degrees. That's worse than I thought it was going to be somehow. That's the thing. We thought it was just going to be a scam for crypto bros.
And it is.
And it is, but we thought it was just going to be that. And we were like, crypto bros getting scammed? Get it.
Yeah,
Like,
tell them all.
scamming each other?
Listen, this is a win. We thought this is a win-win-win-win-win. Number one, either most of the crypto bros go to an island.
Awesome.
Number two, they don't go to an island and all their money gets taken.
Big lesson about investing their money.
We forgot that bad people can be bad in more than one way.
Right.
Like, that's the thing.
We were so busy focused on how they were already bad.
Yeah.
That we forgot to think of all the other ways that they could be bad. And it's important we start thinking about this now.
It's like, look, his name is Captain Cold. Obviously, everything is going to be ice related. Like, there's no,
And then Captain Cold just punches you.
And then he just punches you and you're like, Captain Cold?
This isn't cold at all. This just hurt.
There's nothing cold about that. I forgot that villains can be more than one kind of villainy.
And damn, are these some villains.
By the way, while we're talking about this, I just want to give a shout out to one of my favorite YouTube channels, Solar Sands, that talks about art and art history on the internet, things like that. Solar Sands video essay on liminal spaces was, I think, the first time I ever saw the real concept of liminal spaces.
Interesting.
It was years ago, but Solar Sands released this video, Why Are NFTs So Ugly?
True.
And it's amazing. It's a great video that goes into the aesthetics and the philosophy behind it. It's very, very good. It's like 20 minutes. It's a great watch.
That's great.
Solar Sands has nothing but good shit.
Okay. We've got a couple last pieces of businessy news.
Business news, baby.
Let's talk about a little business. This was a funny one to me. Pokimane, one of the largest streamers on the platform.
Never heard of her.
Was banned on Twitch. She's streaming Avatar The Last Airbender.
She straight up streamed like 10 hours of Avatar The Last Airbender.
And like, that's so funny.
She straight up just streamed Avatar. And there are layers of hilarity to this. You know, there have been some large streamers lately who have been streaming anime, because some anime is in a legal gray area. Sometimes the rights holders to the anime just don't watch Twitch. And so some things like slip through the cracks. And so people have been watching anime and doing anime watch-alongs. Straight up, Pokimane thought that Avatar was an anime that she could watch without anybody coming down on her, when it's a Viacom property. It's an MTV Networks Nickelodeon fucking Viacom property. Viacom created taking people down on the internet.
Yeah. Ooh, and it is definitely not even anime. It's true. I don't love
I'm not gonna
that.
get it. It's a sparkling animated series.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It wasn't made in the anime region of Japan. So it's a sparkling action series.
And a very good one. Yeah, so she had about 25,000 peak concurrent viewers. And then when she was banned, she just tweeted, "The Fire Nation attacked."
Now, she says she pretty much knew it was going to happen. She's like, "I'm not surprised, and I don't think this was unfair. In my opinion, it was inevitable that publishers would take action on me or someone else during this React meta." I don't think, and listen, I don't mean to take shots at somebody. I don't think you understood the React meta. It's supposed to be safe to watch anime that you're not going to get. Do you think she just wanted a couple days off?
Maybe. Because look, hey, every time one of the largest streamers gets banned, it's a big deal, and more people go check out their channel. Like, it's good press when you get banned for something that isn't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It is, at the end of the day. This has done nothing but made you go, "Oh yeah, Pokimane."
People are asking about the React meta and what that is. It's sort of a melange. It's a potpourri of reactions. So the React meta is basically like whatever the current meta is what everybody's streaming.
Yeah,
and
there was an Among Us meta.
Yeah, so the React meta is people watching and reacting to shows and anime.
Right. And like, look, that's nothing new. But it's a different scenario on Twitch versus when you watch something like a reaction on YouTube that's edited down and shows clips and moments from the thing that they watched. This is watching along with people and reacting live, like a lot of people host in their Discords.
Well, it's very interesting because, you know, one of the reasons when Gordon Ramsay tweeted out "what the fuck is it" or asked "what the fuck is a Twitch," one of the reasons people were tagging XQC so much is because XQC watches like Kitchen Nightmares or whatever. He watches one of the Gordon Ramsay shows like live on his channel.
A lot of people are doing that. I don't know how necessarily.
They're just doing it until they get caught. I mean, that's what this Pokimane thing tells me is like they're doing it until they get caught.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely fascinating to me that you can get away with it.
Blade of Creation said, "Literally just watch it in your Discord like other smart Twitch streamers do." Here's the thing. There's a difference between those two things. Hosting something like a watch along in your Discord is for your community, just to provide like a little bit of quality time together and let everybody watch something together. Watching something on Twitch is where you get subs and donations and your channel benefits. You don't by doing it in the Discord. So these big streamers are doing it because they want the views and the, conversation that comes along with that.
It gives the appearance of community watch along while still allowing the monetization to happen.
Yep.
Man, I wish I had known. I would have just been watching TV.
Yeah, right?
I watch TV.
I know a lot of people that stream like reality shows and they watch along, which would be very fun for us.
Oh my God.
We're so fun to watch reality shows with.
Oh my God,
Can I just say, you guys, we love a trash reality show and we're very fun to watch it with.
I love a trash reality show.
We're going to start a whole nother channel just for that. And then if we
Too
get
Hot to
banned, it's
Handle
like,
season 3 is coming soon. And Chloe's the host of the after show. Yeah.
I love Chloe.
We all love Chloe.
Who doesn't love Chloe?
Listen. I have some breaking news. This literally just happened.
Oh shit.
Anthony,
it's our time. We were just talking about the games that I could go and show you griefing in.
Yeah. Breaking news. Take-Two Interactive is going to be buying Zynga for $12.7 billion in what could be the biggest deal in video game history. I was shocked to find out that Zynga is still making that much money and is still that relevant.
So Zynga was popularized through Farmville initially. That was their big hit. They had a bunch of other like Ville games.
Do you remember when Facebook was going to be the game platform?
Yeah, I do. I played so many Facebook games in early Facebook while I was waiting for all of my friends to get on Facebook. Originally popularized through Farmville, personally, Yoville.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like they have a bunch of like kind of gambly games. They have like Zynga Poker, I know is very, very big. They have a Chess with Friends games. Do they own Words with Friends?
They do Words with
Yeah,
Friends.
they're all the With Friends games.
That
Okay.
was Frank. I want to say it was Frank Lance developed Words with Friends. He was
Yeah.
an NYU games professor over at the NYU school, and was one of the first people to just sell one of their indie games to one of these mobile companies and just made bank.
Yeah, they're on the third Farmville, it looks like. But they've also had some offshoots of Farmville. I do believe Zynga Poker is one of their larger ones. There's Toon Blast and Toy Blast, which I got to get a lot of ads for. Empires and Puzzles.
Apparently, the big thing that they're about to roll out is a game, an Among Us-like game on Snapchat called Revamp.
Interesting.
This is interesting because, I mean, look, this is wild. Like, number one, Take-Two, that's already, we're talking about massive consolidation in the gaming industry. We've talked about that for the entire time we've been a show.
Yeah.
We are looking at a media consolidation within games over the last few years that is, in the long run, going to be extremely detrimental.
Yeah, Take-Two did just pass go and collect $200. Monopoly is upon us.
The other reason this is interesting is when you think about this, Microsoft bought Bethesda for $7.5 billion. So this is $5 billion more.
I mean, mobile game development is so fucking lucrative. It's ridiculous. The microtransactions in mobile games, we don't even think about. People who play mobile games, and that's like a normal part of their day, microtransactions are just part of it.
We've discussed how a lot of Japanese publishers now make their AAA games specifically to keep the IP fresh in people's minds, so they can make the mobile and gambling games that actually make them money.
Yep.
You want to have a portfolio as a large corporation that has those prestige titles, so you get the respect, you have the big budget stuff, but then, I mean, you want that daily income from this mobile, like, coming in all the time.
Chaos Them in the live studio audience said, Words with Friends, also known as Make Your Mother Upset with You. Yes. Yes, as someone who played so much Words with Friends with my mother, you are absolutely correct. Clobag said, I just play Solitaire. Same.
Dude, I mean,
I love my Solitaire app.
It's wild to think about ranking these media buyouts and these acquisitions. 7.5, this is 12.7, 7.5 for Bethesda. It was $8.5 billion when Tencent bought the majority stake of Supercell. Remember back in the day, Facebook bought Instagram for $2 billion. Disney bought Lucasfilm for $2 billion. They got Lucasfilm on a fire sale. Dude literally just wanted to retire.
Yo, that is fucking wild. That Zynga sold for more money than Lucasfilm.
Zynga is worth 6 Lucasfilms.
Because that came with everything. It came with the games. It
came with the entire portfolio.
It wasn't just the movies. Like it's not just the movies. You got
the entire Lucas umbrella. That's right.
Fuck, man.
Disney could put out Howard the Duck on Blu-ray whenever they want, and I dare them to. I fucking dare you to give me a 2-disc Howard the Duck.
Farmville is 6 Star Wars.
Fuck. Farmville is worth 6 Star Wars. That's crazy.
I hate it. Oh, thank you. I hate it so much. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the breaking news, Anthony.
Fuck. Talking about some other, jumping into Disney, talking about Disney things. Man, this is like a string of these for Pixar.
Yeah.
Pixar's Turning Red, which I am very excited to see. Is skipping theaters and heading to Disney Plus on March 11th.
With the way the world is right now, I appreciate that very much. Turning Red looks absolutely adorable.
It looks so good.
The trailers are so good.
There are a lot of the first thing that popped into my mind, and I will be dating myself, aging myself here, but there were all these like 80s and 90s movies about like puberty as an adolescence as a metaphor.
Yeah,
where you like turn into a monster or get super. You know what I mean? It all happens after puberty. Like Teen Wolf is the big one.
Yeah.
But I should have said that I wasn't aging myself. I should have just said Teen Wolf and let people think I was talking about the MTV show.
I did think that you were. Which still.
Great. Then that's what I was talking about.
But that's still not exactly a current reference.
No,
Anthony.
it's still old, but like at least people would be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But the thing is, these were always, a lot of these were told up until like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these were told from the point of view of men.
Yes.
And from the point of view of white men.
Right.
Or white women.
It was all teenage boys.
Yeah. But this is a really lovely story about that's got an like Asian female lead, and is not taking the monstrous version of it, is taking like the fun version of it.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I was very interested in seeing it. Here's the thing. Disney's been doing this for some films, not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Pixar in particular is getting the brunt of this.
Yeah.
Pixar stuff, Luca, Soul,
Mm-hmm.
we just can't get Pixar can't get their films into a theater right now.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Cassidy Weaver in the live studio audience brings up a good point. Like, theater releases can kind of lose them money right now.
Yeah.
It's dangerous to go to the movies right now. But it's also the thing where it's like, hey, they have continuously put Asian films straight to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, that is definitely a pattern that we're seeing with Disney as well.
which is like, it's really bold for it to be this defined of a pattern. Like, you don't have to look hard, you know what I mean, to see this. So
It's pretty weird. It's pretty rough.
I'm excited for people to be able to safely see this movie. A theater-only release right now is honestly irresponsible and going to gatekeep your movie from people who want to remain safe.
I think one of the things that is important to point out in this, with this, is the Pixar stuff, particularly the last 3 Pixar films. I mean, Soul had Questlove and Tina Fey, but Luca didn't really have a lot of big name talent that they were going to have to pay out their share of the box office and the profits to. You know, Pixar is wholly owned by Disney. All of the creatives work in-house, their salary. So the simple fact is, these are the easiest movies for Disney to release on Disney Plus.
That's very interesting.
You don't walk yourself into a Scarlett Johansson situation,
Right.
when you do something like this. So maybe that factors into it as well. And I do want to, while we're also calling them out for what is clearly looking like a pattern, I also want to put that out there.
Right.
Just in service of being even-handed.
Right. I think that is good. I feel the same way. Lots of Kittens live studio audience said, I'm excited to see the movie safely, but man, am I bummed it isn't going to get to shine potentially at the movie theater. I agree. I think that's exactly where I land on it. I would like things right now. I mean, obviously we're in a huge resurgence with COVID. It's fucking dangerous out there. No one should be going to movie
Higher
theaters.
numbers than ever. Than literally ever. So,
So I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know how everybody wins in that scenario, but I am very excited for the movie. So do at least show up and support it. It comes out on March 11th, straight to Disney Plus. Speaking of Disney Plus, Anthony, did you watch Encanto?
No, not yet. I have yet to talk about Bruno.
You should watch Encanto.
I know. I hear good
I
things.
just watched it. I watched it like 2 days ago. And
Everybody is obsessed.
okay. I didn't think I was going to be one of those people. I haven't been like obsessed with a Disney film in a long time. I'm one of those people.
Yeah?
I'm one of those people.
This is it?
It's me. I'm people. It's
Turns out Lin-Manuel Miranda can write a musical.
but no spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. It's just good. All I'm gonna do is tell you it good.
It good.
Good
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, a lot of people have been talking about it. It is definitely it's on my list. It is one of the next things for sure. In other Disney and movie news, look, you can't keep Bill Murray from doing anything he wants to.
We've noticed.
And one of the things that is incredibly hard to do is get Bill Murray to pay attention to your PR or marketing schedule. you know,
Hmm.
because he doesn't care about those.
No.
And so he was doing an interview recently about Ghostbusters Afterlife, and he was on the Eli Manning show, and he was like, yeah, I'm a villain in Ant-Man 3.
Hey, bud. I don't think you can just say that.
He just Molina'd it. He just Molina'd that shit.
Can you just say that?
He was like, yeah, he's Bill Murray. He'll say whatever he wants. I think this is fascinating because this isn't the sort of movie that he normally does, but I also think it's interesting because he just did Ghostbusters with Paul Rudd, right? And so we have heard that in Hollywood, the best way to get Bill Murray to do a thing with you is just to know somebody that already knows Bill Murray.
Yeah.
That's really the only way to get
You
a
gotta
hold of him.
kind of be friends with Bill Murray.
Yeah.
'Cause he only has a landline, and you have to leave it on his voicemail, and he's not going to do an email.
Yeah. And he's out tending bar and giving people free drinks and doing weird midlife crisis shit well into his 70s.
Yeah.
So apparently, like, I would imagine that there was like a Paul Rudd connection there that was like, hey, come do this, it'll be fun. But it's kind of interesting.
Sure.
Kind of interesting. I wouldn't imagine that he's going to be the big bad.
No.
He wouldn't commit to that
Yeah.
because it would be a lot of physical work, I think.
He's a cameo guy now.
He's a cameo guy. He might be the guy behind the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did Ghostbusters. I mean, he's barely in that movie. And honestly, one of the worst parts of it.
Yeah.
The internet's going to hate me for that, and I don't care. I don't care. Look.
He did it because Harold Ramis died.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he did it. He did it because Harold Ramis died. He did it because Jason Reitman is Ivan Reitman's son, and he did the part. They begged him, and he said, "This is what I'll do," and he did it.
I think Ghostbusters Afterlife was a very good movie. I enjoyed the hell out of Ghostbusters Afterlife. It wasn't an incredible movie. It was a very good movie. It was fun. It hit a bunch of nostalgia for me. I enjoyed it so much. Bill Murray just showed up to make me uncomfortable. That's what Bill Murray did in Ghostbusters Afterlife. He came in and then made every woman in the theater go, ooh.
The Venkman / Ferris Bueller / Zach Morris / all that stuff just hasn't aged well.
Could have just grown up a little bit.
In other movie news, well,
Let's talk about it.
let's talk about it.
It's probably where we end the show today.
Really? Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
We don't have a lot of time left, but y'all seen the new Riddler?
Y'all seen the new Riddler? Y'all seen the new ACW streetwear drop?
Now,
Y'all seen the new
Let's just run
Arcturix? Y'all seen the new
Look at the whole
Arcturix spring collection? This is just every normcore techwear dude in my feed.
this is every normcore techwear dude. After hours. He got invited
when you buy your GIMP mask on Amazon and it doesn't show up looking like what you expected.
on Wish.
On Wish.
Yeah, that's a leather daddy from Wish. No fucking thank you, man. He looks like the most normcore friend you have got invited to the After Hours Club, and he shouldn't have been. Why is he wearing his glasses over
the
it?
the Zenny opticals over the fucking.
The weird fucking glasses over it. This is the Riddler.
This is the
everybody.
Riddler.
This is the Riddler. One of the most whimsical of Batman villains. Somebody who is flamboyant and over the top and colorful. And they said,
Now, we know that he's obviously supposed to look like the Zodiac.
yes. So this is for the Batman coming up, of course. The villain in this we knew was supposed to be, the storyline was tracking a serial killer. So it was going to be that grittier and more grounded take on a Batman villain.
We knew that it was Paul Dano. We knew that it was the Riddler.
Mhm.
You know, we talked about this. I love the idea of a movie that shows a less powerful Batman. We need to dial down the war machine.
Sure.
And, I love that we're dialing up the detective of it all. But, there is, and this fits that aesthetic.
It's just so boring.
It's just so
boring. It's just a coat, and it's just a weird bad mask and a weird bad look. I have been pretty open-minded about the Batman up to this point. I'm very open to Robert Pattinson as Batman. I'm very open to them doing a dark and gritty Batman because sure, why not? I will say, with the Bat and the Cat trailer and this one was the first time in the promotion cycle of this film that I really kind of lost my ability to be optimistic about it.
Yeah, they were clearly going for, like, with the Bat and the Cat trailer, they wanted to evoke these sort of more recent Tom King like storylines, and I get that, but I didn't feel that.
Yeah.
In the trailer.
No.
This is Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
What a weirdie.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of like it. They released some of these new...
Gerard Bruce Way.
Gerard. I mean, I kind of dig that part of it, But we're definitely look how dirty that police car is. They really want to let you know about Gotham.
They really want to let you know about Gotham. Like, look, if you were to be like, Saige, what do you want from a Batman film? Would a gritty Batman grounded in real life pursuing a serial killer Riddler be what I asked for? No, absolutely not. It would be maybe the exact opposite of what I asked for. But look, I love a superhero film, and I really, really want to stay optimistic about them. I want to be excited about it. I have more fun being excited about it. You did it wrong.
No, I didn't. No. I want to ask you a question, Saige. Riddle me this, if you will.
Okay.
So here's our Riddler.
Okay.
Doesn't the Riddler look a lot like Matt Reeves directing Batman? Why did Matt
borrowed the Riddler's jacket?
Why did Matt Reeves just make the Riddler dress like himself? He literally just lent Paul Dano his coat.
Yeah. Drew a little question mark on it.
It got cold, and so he was like, "Here, Dano, take this." Matt Reeves, is the Riddler your self-insertion fanfic character? Now, here's the thing. This is just one Riddler look. There might be more.
Okay, but tell me the likelihood. Riddle me this, Anthony. Tell me the likelihood we go from that look to this look.
I mean, from your mouth to God's ears.
Because I'm just going to say it. I don't think we're getting this.
God. Let me tell you something, man.
Or this? Harley Quinn animated series Riddler?
So good.
So good.
Yeah, there's something about, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Gritty realism Batman isn't necessarily my Batman. Isn't the Batman for me.
Right.
The Christopher Nolan films, stuff like that. Like, I get it. I get bringing it into that sort of real militarized sort of world, things like that. But, I like a little, even if it's going to be dark, it should be dark in like a gothic fantastic way.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know what I mean? And I hope that this Riddler wears a few different looks and maybe at least gets to the point of a green suit. I'm not going to ask for a bunch of question marks all over it, but I am.
Give me a beautifully flamboyant, queer-coded Riddler. Come on. We don't need gritty serial killer Riddler.
Dude, Jim Rash in the Harley Quinn series is so good.
I just want...
And I love that vibe for the Riddler.
I know they won't. I know that they won't. But how fun would it be? Even in a gritty world. God, why aren't more movies? Show me a gritty world, right? Show me a gritty, grounded Batman. And then show me a theatrical, self-aware villain.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a fucking super villain.
Yeah. I mean, we got sort of close to that with The Dark Knight a little bit. Like the way Heath Ledger was playing it was very theatrical.
I agree.
And I think that's what I think it was incongruity with the rest of the world that made it so good.
And why The Dark Knight Rises can't really hit that, because then it's just like cops on cops on cops.
Also this. I will kill Todd from the Jamba Juice.
I will destroy the Orange Julius.
And this is why I've always said that what I would love to see from a Batman film franchise, what I want to see is no real continuity. We're all so familiar with the Batman characters at this point. I want them to take a Legends of the Dark Knight vibe to like the next 5 Batman movies. Give the next 5 Batman movies to 5 different directors. They're set in 5 different times, 5 different aesthetics.
Yeah.
We know who Batman is. Give us your take.
Give us weird takes. Get out there.
The best thing about Batman is when everybody gets to do their take like that. That's why I've always loved like Batman Black and White, Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. Like those are my favorite series. Some of the Elseworlds stuff. It's like, let's do it. You know, those one-shot Elseworlds things like you know, Batman Houdini or like Speeding Bullets.
Yeah.
You know, all of that stuff. Like, give us the weird, man.
I have a couple of things I want to acknowledge in chat. One is Blade of Creation said, would you trust the writers and director to do justice to a queer-coded villain, though? Weaponized incompetence. I talked about this on Twitter yesterday as a joke, but there's no that's no excuse to not put queer characters in things. To be like, but I didn't know how to write a queer character. Bring on queer crew then.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Love that.
Plenty of queer writers out there.
Yeah,
Plenty
exactly.
of queer directors out there.
ZSH21 said, could give people our age a greater appreciation for the Nolan or Burton iterations, though. Nolan gets enough appreciation. The Nolan Batman movies, plenty of appreciation.
Some would say a bit much.
Honestly, a bit much. As somebody who was a teenager would have said The Dark Knight is my favorite movie. As an angry, pissed off teenager that hated the world, The Dark Knight was my favorite movie.
I still watch Batman Begins and I'm like, why do these ninjas hate Gotham so much? They're halfway around the world.
Right? I cannot watch the movie now. I can't do it. Because I had the appreciation that I had and I will never have it again. And I know that. Nolan gets enough. Nolan gets enough.
Nolan gets enough. Hey everyone. I will say I'm still bullish on this Batman movie. I still think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm still pretty into it. I'm waiting to see more. BBs, it feels like we have a lot of opinions on Batman. And I love that for us. A great place where we could all go talk about it after the show is on our Discord.
That's such a great point. Leave us some information there. What would you love to see out of a Batman movie? I think that's a fun idea of being like, who would you want to see a Batman movie directed by? What kind of weird style do you want to see approached to it? What villain do you want in it? God, I mean, the DC universe has the best villains, in my opinion. I'm a huge DC villains fan.
Yeah.
There's so much to work with there. There's
Yeah.
so much to play with. So jump into the Discord. It's completely free to do so. The link is in chat right now. If you're watching later on YouTube, you can still get into the Discord. The conversation's still going, and the link should be in the description.
Discord, it never stops. That's the thing about Discord.
Yeah.
What time is it where you are? Discord time.
Discord's there for you.
BBs.
Yeah.
Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you join us. Saige.
Yeah.
When you're not here doing this, where the hell is you?
That's a great question. I am over on my channel all the damn time at twitch.tv/notsage. I stream over there on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. Later today, I think Anthony and I are going to be building my Retroid Pocket on some channel somewhere, but we'll keep you updated.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I always ping my Discord wherever I'm going live. You can also find me all the damn time on the Smosh Games channel doing board games and such.
I think we should do it on mine because it'll get me streaming, which I need to do.
That's a good point. We'll talk about it after.
And then also you get to see
you
get to see how I've been reorganizing my place.
That's very
which
true,
I'm very excited
Anthony.
to show
That's
you.
very true.
Hey, that Twitch, by the way, is at Anthony Carboni. But listen, everywhere else on the internet, I'm at A Carboni. Don't ask me why. Ask Twitch why. Twitch knows why. They won't tell me why. Also, Every Friday, I have a science comedy podcast with Jeff Kanata called We Have Concerns. Check that out. It is very, very good. And Wednesdays, for the foreseeable future, I am on the Book of Boba Fett in review with Kinda Funny. So we will be reviewing every episode of the Book of Boba Fett, just basically right after. This is the day it comes out. And if you're watching, watch along with us. It's going to be a fun time.
We got to catch up about it. I'm caught up.
Yeah.
Also, on this channel, some exciting things that are coming up on the 17th, which is a week from today. For Betty White's birthday, we are having a Golden Girls one-shot here led by the fantastic B. Zelda. It is going to be benefiting the ASPCA, so I hope you will show up and join us. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific.
Did you see the thing that was going around where one of the designers of the second edition of Dungeons & Dragons said that
The perfect party, the perfect adventuring party is the Golden Girls?
Yep.
I did see that.
They used it as a blueprint for the perfect adventuring party. So this is going to be a good show.
It's going to be a pretty good time. Our players are incredible. The GM is incredible. And I hope that you will come and join us for a good cause. That's a week from today. Just a reminder, Failed Save was supposed to kick off this weekend. Unfortunately, the Omarion is still surging. So we are delayed, but the show is still coming. In the meantime, you can get Failed Save merch. And you can go back and catch up on our lovely D&D show that we do together.
Yay.
We would love to see that very, very soon.
We want to thank everyone who directly supported us during the show today. We know a lot of you have been supporting us for a while, but these are some people who specifically did something during the show, whether it's joining us for the first time, following us for the first time, or contributing to us. So we just want to say a thank you to all of them. GSRL, thank you for the follow. Emily13, thank you for gifting a sub to Iron5727. Welshie84, thank you for the follow. Flying Queso resub for 4 months with those Bezos bucks, and even left a little message saying Beezy bucks. Ocean Style Entertainment, Short Snooze, Georgie Otham, thank you all for the follow, or Odom. GM for Life with the resub for 2 months in a row. Thank you very much. Lawsome Prime, 20 Zack Attack 05, Jamie Versus, OGX Curly, For Valor Games, Queso Taco Burrito, Sam Vopny, Archon of Winter, Served in Bleach, God a Platypus, Gab Merle, Flaming Lime Bee, Jimenez 91, Tie-Dye Duck, Parzi 007, thank you all for the follows. Martinis for 2 at 6, thank you for the bits. Erica L11 with the resub, Prime sub for 3 months, saying, taking money from the Beezy and giving it to the best and only morning news show. Thank you very much. Groovy Deadite, thank you for hosting. Relaxin123, Monkey Boy 831, Morph K, thank you all for the follow. We really appreciate it. As you all know, following us is just a really lovely thing you can do. We make this channel so people will watch it, and if you're watching and you're following, that means you're watching and you're liking, and we like that. And that's all we do it for.
That's what we do it for. That's the thing. We're an entirely independent network. We're just a bunch of friends that want to make things, and showing up for the shows is literally what makes it possible. And sometimes when you show up for the shows a lot, we get to go to a company and say, hey, company, can we have a little bit of money?
Just a little bit.
That's a reminder.
And then also, your subscriptions go directly towards supporting the channel, the things that we need to keep it running, and your donations support whoever you see on screen at the time that you donate. So thank you very, very much for all of that. And BBs, I get this feeling like this week is going to be particularly long. So take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We're in the Discord if you need.
Yeah.
We love you.
Give hugs.
Give hugs. We'll see you Wednesday.
Bye, BBs.
Bye, BBs.